Hello everyone, myself Lakshmi Prasanna. Here I am going to explain a topic on IP security architecture, and here we move to next page. And here, what is IP security architecture? IP security architecture is implemented by using the two protocols. They are called ASP and AH. Here ASP means encapsulating security payload and AH means authentication header. And in this there are the major services or the major services that are there in IP security architecture or authentication, confidentiality and integrity. And here authentication and integrity is provided by using AH. Here AH means authentication header, and confidentiality is provided by using ASP. And this is about the IP security architecture. And we move to the diagram of architecture, and here is the diagram of architecture. First of all, there is two protocols. They are called ASP and AH. And ASP protocol is combined is called is joined to encryption algorithm, and AH protocol is combined to authentication algorithm, and these all are combined together to form domain of interpretation, and this is called as DOI, and entire information is joined here. Now finally, to provide secure transformation, we have to generate the keys called key management, and this is the architecture of IP security architecture. And next we move to another page about security association. Actually, what is security association means? The purpose of security association is for only one-way communication between the client and the server. Here we are seeing that the picture that is passing the information between the client and server. The communication is established, and to provide communication between the two persons, they have to provide their security association. And there are some parameters that are used to identify in the security association, or SPI means security parameter index, and IP destination address and protocol identifier. Here SPI means security parameter index, and in security parameter index, that is a unique number to each security association, and this parameter is used in both protocols called ASP and AH. And IP destination address is to identify the receiver address. And next we move to protocol identifier, in which protocol it is using in ASP and AH. And next we move to another parameters that are associated in security association or SPI, and sequence number counter, and sequence number overflow, or anti-replay window, ESP information, and authentication header information. Here we came to know about the SPI SPI means already we know a security parameter index, and this is a unique number to each security association, and this parameter is used in both protocols, and both protocols are called as ASP and AH. And next we move to sequence number counter. Sequence number counter, it means the entire message is divided into different packets. For each packet we have to given an unique number, that means sequence number. Here the counter means here we came to know about the counter. The counter means in counter we have to divide the number, we have to divide the unique numbers in packets, like example packet 1, packet number 2, like that we have to uh, divide the packets, and this is called as counter. And next we move to sequence number overflow. Here the sequence number overflow means the maximum size of the maximum sequence of the size number. That means, for example, that we can allocate the size of the buffer is only in 100 packets, and this is the maximum size we are allocated only is 100, and this is called as sequence number overflow. And next we move to anti-replay window. The purpose to avoid duplicate packets is called anti-replay window. The duplicate packets we have to avoid, which are sending from the client, is called anti-replay window. And next we move to ASP information. Here ASP information means it provides all information regarding all encryption algorithms. And next we move to AH information. Here AH information means authentication header information. It means all authentication algorithms is called authentication information. And next we move to lifetime of security association. Here the lifetime of security association means the period of validity of security association is called lifetime of security association. And next we move to IP security protocol mode. And in IP security protocol mode, it consists of two modes called transport mode and tunnel mode. And tunnel mode, that is particularly in which mode IP security is executed. And these are the parameters that are associated in security association. And we came to in IP security architecture, we have two versions. They have two versions, IPv4 and IPv6. We have two versions in sorry, we have two versions in IP security architecture. And this is about this is about the IP security architecture and the information that are used and the information that can be used by by the parameters that are used in IP security architecture. Thank you, one and all.